hmm could you do me a favor? Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. I wonder if it looks good or not. Yeah, it's still working. Yes. Just thinking about every individual in the nation, yeah, that has the arrest authority of myself. Yes. Where if I move anywhere, right? And I thought about this last night. See, I haven't paid the rent this month, and I was looking at the date. Yes. And knowing what happened with my experience at Vimeo, where I went there because of my sleep apnea and it hasn't gotten better. And I get a doctor's note saying, well, we need to schedule a sleep study. And then I get a phone call from Olympic Medical Center, the same place I was yesterday, where Michael says, well, we don't pay for specialty services. And the doctor told me, well, if you don't get something scheduled by the 21st, call me back. And I'm like, well, I've had this experience in Clallam County where one person will say something and then another person will say something. One person will say something and then another person will say something. Yes. Now, um, these full faith and credit, yeah. Protection orders, yes. Um, I'm probably going to have to go to the Housing Resource Center tomorrow and see if I can get some sort of rental assistance. See, it wasn't until about a week ago that I figured out my sons were being abused and trafficked. But I actually have not gotten any phone calls. Ooh, somewhat surprising, you would say. Yeah. You would think that as soon as a school district has knowledge that students are in the wrong grades and they're being abused and exploited, yes, they would immediately contact their father. But somebody had to be an asshole. Now, the civil rights coordinators, every one of them that knows about this, is now complicit in child trafficking, child exploitation, and the fraudulent issuance of dissolutions of marriage where it's been used to kidnap them. Now, it's one thing to get sued for not enforcing the civil rights of students. Yes. It's another thing to get sued for being complicit in the fraud of the county. Ouch. Now, I know you're sitting there, you're thinking to yourself, well, you can't. Yeah, I can. See, I told the actual property owner, I said, listen, I am working through something very new to me. Yes. Where I went to court on January 9th and you dismissed the case because I wasn't in Brennan and I wasn't cyberstalking. Poop. You said I was incompetent, but I planned on appealing that court decision. Yes. I think that the appellate court system is going to agree with me. And as much as you wanted to say, well, he's incompetent, the truth of the matter is you're obstructing my use of the court system of the United States. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to talk to her because I haven't talked to her this weekend, and she's going to want to know, well, what are you going to do about the rent? What are you going to do? See, I'm facing my own pressures on my side. Yes. The only thing I can do is go to the Housing Resource Center, and of course they'll say, "I'm sorry, we don't have any money," just like Olympic Medical Center and BMO said. Poop. I'm sorry, we don't have any fucking money because that's what Olympic Medical Center did. Mhm. Whomever it was that called me was being an asshole. Ouch. Because the doctor would not have given me a doctor's note knowing I didn't have insurance. Yes. And then had me go through this whole process of trying to get a sleep study so that I'm not coughing all night long. Yes. And now I'm not going to be able to get a CPAP machine because as soon as I call BMO, I'm going to have to explain, well, I explained to you that I did not have insurance. Now, this was on 1/7 of 2019. Yeah. hmm See, somebody's being a dick at the Olympic Medical Center. And as an American citizen, I am facing my own pressures. Yes. Now, this concept of really screwing over people because you know of fraud and kidnapping and child abduction and you want everybody to be involved in your crime. And I'm doing the best that I can to involve every individual in the United States of America. Yes. that I have the legal right to sue for allowing you to do what you're doing. I'm trying to do my best. Now, every state patrol officer is going to get sued because you're assholes. Now, you thought I was being derogatory, right? You thought, well, he's insulting us. Well, if that's how you decide to run your police department, that you want a bunch of assholes working in the police department, it's a compliment. You've been successful at being assholes. Now, don't misinterpret my emails because I've had that concern in the past. Yes. I want to congratulate you on being big assholes. That's going to involve every individual in the United States.